Britain navigates the tempest, a calm approach amidst Trump's trade war tirade. President Trump's recent pronouncements, echoing accusations of looting and pillaging against U.S. trading partners, have sent shockwaves through the global economy. While the rhetoric is inflammatory, Britain appears to be weathering the storm with relative grace, adopting a pragmatic approach amidst the escalating trade tensions. This measured response stands in stark contrast to the volatile atmosphere created by the U.S. president's unpredictable actions. The drama unfolded against a backdrop of simmering trade disputes. Trump's administration, since its inception, has repeatedly wielded the threat of tariffs like a bludgeon, targeting key allies and economic giants alike. Canada and Mexico, long-standing North American partners, have found themselves in the crosshairs, facing the unpredictable imposition and subsequent delay of crippling tariffs. The escalating trade war with China, marked by multiple rounds of tariff hikes, further underscores the administration's aggressive trade policy. These actions have understandably soured relations with major trading partners, fostering an atmosphere of uncertainty and distrust. The situation has left business leaders worldwide on edge, watching stock markets gyrate wildly in response to Trump's pronouncements. The uncertainty casts a long shadow over international trade, creating a climate of fear and speculation. The unpredictable nature of the tariffs, coupled with the inflammatory rhetoric, has created significant challenges for businesses trying to plan for the future. This volatility is not only damaging to the immediate economic outlook, but also undermines long-term investment and growth. Amidst this chaos, Britain's approach has been noteworthy for its calm pragmatism. While acknowledging the gravity of the situation and the potential for significant disruption, the government has actively avoided knee-jerk reactions. Keir Starmer, in his address to Parliament, emphasized the government's preparedness for all eventualities, including the prospect of a full-blown trade war, yet stressed the importance of a measured response. His words resonated with a sense of calculated composure, offering a reassuring counterpoint to the tempestuous rhetoric emanating from the White House. Starmer's commitment to a calm, pragmatic approach is a deliberate strategy to mitigate the potential damage of a trade war. He correctly identified that such a conflict serves no one's interests, particularly Britain's. This commitment to measured response stands in contrast to the calls for a coalition of the willing among trade allies to confront the Trump administration's protectionist policies. The Prime Minister wisely rejected such an alliance, recognizing the potential pitfalls of such a strategy and opting instead for a more nuanced approach. The Prime Minister's dismissal of the proposed coalition is a strategic decision, recognizing that aligning with other nations against the U.S. could potentially escalate the conflict and damage Britain's own economic interests. The preferred approach is one of careful negotiation and measured response, aiming to minimize the negative consequences of the trade disputes. This strategy prioritizes the protection of British businesses and workers, while acknowledging the need for a careful balancing act in navigating the complex geopolitical landscape. Meanwhile, reactions from other affected nations have been more overtly hostile. Canada's Prime Minister has described the U.S. tariffs as unjustified, promising a robust response. The European Union has similarly vowed to retaliate with a strong plan, highlighting the growing international discontent with the Trump administration's trade policies. These strong reactions underscore the global concern over the instability introduced by the unpredictable nature of U.S. trade policy. Britain's relatively favorable treatment amidst this global trade conflict can be attributed to a multifaceted strategy. This approach, characterized by calm pragmatism and a measured response, has allowed Britain to navigate the turbulent waters with a degree of success, at least for now. The long-term implications remain uncertain, but the government's current approach offers a stark contrast to the more aggressive stances adopted by other nations, demonstrating a strategic calculation to preserve its own economic interests. The situation remains fluid, and the ultimate outcome is far from certain, but Britain's approach offers a potential model for other nations grappling with the fallout from President Trump's disruptive trade policies. The coming months will be crucial in determining whether this measured approach will continue to yield positive results.